still be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready.
Hey cuties, and welcome back to another CC haul. Today I have over 100 new CC items for both your male and your female Sims for you. As always, you can find links to everything in the description down below, and I'll also make sure to link you to a playlist full of my previous CC hauls so you can go check those out if you're still in need of more CC after today's video. But without further ado, let's get straight into this. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you have some nice plans for this weekend. I am constantly like tired at this point. Don't know what is going on, but we'll just push through it. This weekend it's gonna be Easter and we do celebrate in my family, so we have a busy weekend ahead of us. My boyfriend is currently here, and tomorrow we're gonna go out for some food with my parents and my sister, and then the day after I'm gonna go to my grandma's, and I feel like there's just a lot going on. Like, a lot to prepare for. I also have started, because my grandma is getting very old and isn't so well anymore, so whenever we have like get-togethers, I'm the one who is baking cakes now, and I feel like I always want to do too much. I never stick with what I know and what's easy. I always just want to make something nice for my family, so I just stress myself way too much beforehand, and then I'm just stressed. The cakes turn out well, but it's not worth it for the stress I put on myself. But anyways, I also have mentioned like 2 weeks ago or something that I've finished the current Love is Blind season, and I've never talked about it, so I definitely want to talk about it a little bit. So if you haven't finished the season yet, you might want to mute the video because I don't want to spoil anyone. Definitely got to go into everything that I thought about this season. I feel like so mute me now, okay, right now, if you don't want to hear about it. But I feel like this season started off so strong. Like, I was really invested from the beginning. There's just a lot of drama in the pods already, especially I feel like around Chelsea and also Jimmy. Like, those two, I mean, they did end up together, but I feel like in the pods, Chelsea with, what's his name, Trevor, and then Jimmy, and I don't remember the other woman's names. I'm so bad with names. I have literally got a little document on my second screen with all of the couples, because I just get so confused. I can never remember names. It's so bad. And it's also like quite a few weeks ago since I've finished the season. I feel like once I watch it, I'm like really invested and know everything and everyone's names, but then a few weeks after I have like forgotten about it completely. But anyways, there was like so much drama in the pods, which really excited me, and then I feel like it just kind of died off. And I don't know if there was ever a season where because only one of the couples got married, right? I don't know if there was ever a season where that happened. I mean, the couple that got married, Amy and Johnny, I feel like they were adorable, but they didn't add that much drama to the show, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like from the beginning I was like, oh my god, they're so solid, they're adorable together, like they're obviously like found each other cute, but obviously that didn't add any like when they were in front of the altar, I was like, they're definitely gonna say yes because they're so cute, they're like perfect for each other, this is not gonna go wrong. Would have been a big plot twist if it did. I did think that the biggest plot twist though this season was at the reunion when Trevor, like when it came out that Trevor was kind of in like a half relationship before he entered the pods. I was like, there is no way, because I was like rooting for him in the pods. I didn't like Chelsea that much, so, or like in the pods I thought she was okay, but like after, she annoyed me so much. Like the way she argued with Jimmy was just too much for me. There were like so many times where I felt really bad for Jimmy, because I feel like even if he was to blame for something, she was just like not letting go of it, and even when he apologized, said like, oh my bad, she was just not stopping. Like she just constantly started like nagging at him and not letting it go. And then I felt very bad for him because obviously he had slept with one of his best friends, like now best friends, but there's nothing between them anymore. And I feel like that, like her mentioning that, he obviously said don't mention that in the show, like she doesn't want it. And like I feel like some people are just private like that, even if she made like a little introduction, what's the word, a little, I don't know, she was in the show, there we go, she was in the show a little bit, so obviously she wasn't private, like that private to that extent where she didn't want to be on the show. But you know, some people just want to keep certain things private, and I feel like you should respect that. And her pointing it out, I thought was pretty bad. And then I felt that in that argument where they talked about it, she was just constantly blaming him for it. When she's met the friends, he was like very honest about it. I also think there was like one discussion where I think he was at a friend's birthday party and she was getting so angry for him leaving the house even though he was only gone for like 2 hours, and was like, I don't want to leave the house, I don't want a husband who wants to leave the house all the time. And I was like, it's literally one of his friends' birthdays. Like, if you don't want to come, that's fine, but you can't, like, it was just so like toxic for me to get angry about that. Obviously, like, you go to a friend's birthday, it makes no sense to me to get angry about that just because he wants to be like married. It just makes no sense to me. I thought that was so bad. But yeah, like in a lot of arguments she bothered me so much, and I feel like Trevor would have just been ran over. I feel like he's way too much of a nice guy. And then I also really felt for him in the reunion, to be honest. Like, even though what he did wasn't amazing, I feel like he did kind of agree that it was shitty and that like the situationship he had before was toxic. And I don't know, maybe it's just because he looks like a big teddy bear, you just can't be mad at him. But I just felt so bad. I was like, oh my god, no, like, he's so cute. And in the show I was like, he's so cute, like he couldn't do anything wrong. And then at the reunion I was like, oh, I told you horses, like, there's no way that just happened. Like, that confused me so much. That came totally out of left field. Would have never expected anything like that. Then there was obviously also AD and Clay, which I think they're so cute together. Like, I am so broken up about Clay saying no at the altar, and I really think he was just like too much in his own head, because I feel like because of how he grew up and with his dad obviously cheating on his mom a lot, I feel like there was just like so much that he was worrying about, that he wasn't going to be perfect for AD. And obviously AD is like gorgeous and perfect and so nice, and I don't know, she's just so cute. So I feel like he just didn't think he was like as good as her, but it was just so upsetting because they were so cute together, like adorable. And then I don't think he really thought about it when he said no, like what consequences that would have, which sounds stupid, but I believe him when he said that. I was like, I kind of just think he was like very overwhelmed with meeting all of the criteria for being AD's husband. I don't know, even though he did meet them, like, he's adorable. So at the reunion, obviously it was like, I don't know, it was so heartbreaking because you could see that they still liked each other, and obviously like you could see that Clay was still like very hung up on it, and it just broke my little heart. I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if you'd hear from those two again at some point. I don't know, they're just really, really cute. Then who else was there? There was Jeremy and Laura, which that was just an absolute mess. I don't know, what was the other girl's name again, the one that Jeremy did date as well in the pods, because both of them so terrible. Like, oh my god, how can you I don't understand how you can go to the reunion and after all of the shit show that happened within that season of Love is Blind, how can you make it even worse in the reunion? I feel like that was just so bad, and none of them was like, I made a mistake, it's my bad. Like, I mean, even if nothing did happen between them in the car moment where he was like, oh, nothing happened, we just talked, I still think it's like really weird to do, because what would you talk about for that long with someone without other people around, in the middle of the night, in the car, in front of a house? I don't know, it's just weird and sketchy, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm the biggest Laura fan either. I feel like she can come across quite strong, and like I feel like there wouldn't have been a good pairing anyways, because Jeremy, to be honest, for me, he's just a walking red flag. Like, as soon as he started talking, I was like, something is weird with this guy, like very wrong. And then just the way he spun all of the it was just rubbing me the wrong way, and obviously it did everyone else, because everyone was like shocked about these two and loved Laura. And I did like Laura, but I think that even if he wasn't a red flag, I think she would have just, I feel like she's a bit too opinionated and strong in arguments at times, where it's like, okay, maybe like simmer down a little bit, you know. Don't get so like emotionally involved all the time. Sometimes I feel like she's just a bit much, but maybe that's just me. And then obviously there was Kenneth and Brittany, which I thought they were so cute. Like, in the pods, I feel like everything really aligned, and then after, I just kind of feel like there wasn't any chemistry between them. And then I was honestly, Kenneth was the one who disappointed me the most because I thought they were so adorable in the pods. And then the way he was just constantly on his phone, I thought was so disrespectful. I know they kind of like played it off as like, well, that's just how it's been edited, and obviously his work is important. But I feel like even in the last like conversation they had, it was just so disrespectful. Like I feel like he wasn't really there, which was just surprising because I feel like in the pods he was so respectful and like down to earth, and they were constantly talking about everything and like reassuring each other. And then it felt like once they were outside in the real world again, and also like, oh my god, like true, when they were on the honeymoon, he was also so cute, like pulling out her chair and like making sure she's fine. I don't know, there are just a lot of situations where it's like, oh my god, he's so cute. And then in the real world, I just couldn't with him. It just made me so angry. And I think he did say at the reunion that it was obviously bad, but it's his job or whatever. But I feel like if you have a job that's that involving, you also need to make sure to make space for a fiance or wife. And they had like a breakup talk, and he was constantly on his phone during that, which is like wildly disrespectful to me. I don't know, let me know if you've watched it. Video's coming to an end real soon here. I'm surprised I did manage to wrap the whole Love is Blind thing up in 10 minutes, but let me know if you watch it. Let me know what your thoughts are on the show. And anyways, with that said, hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all next time. Bye.